Imagine a car so ordinary that at first glance it could blend into any suburban driveway. Boxy, practical, and unassuming, yet somehow it became a symbol of reliability and enduring engineering excellence. People talk about flashy sports cars and luxury sedans, but the real legend comes from quiet consistency and an ability to withstand decades of use. What makes a car earn loyalty without fanfare? And why do some vehicles achieve almost mythical status while others fade from memory? In this story we are diving into the Volvo 240 gallons 1988, a car whose nickname, the Brick, belies its charm and cultural influence. From engineering choices to safety innovations and a devoted following that persists today, this is a journey through the factors that made this vehicle a benchmark for durability. We will explore design, performance, impact, and legacy, uncovering why a car with a conservative design became an icon in its own right. If you enjoy deep automotive stories and want to see more in-depth explorations of classic cars, like, subscribe, and comment with which car you want us to cover next. The Volvo 240 gallons 1988 was born in an era when the automotive world was shifting rapidly. Manufacturers chased aerodynamic curves, flashy interiors, and high horsepower numbers, but Volvo chose a different path, prioritizing safety, reliability, and longevity over style or performance flash. The 240 GL's boxy silhouette might have seemed out of step with its competitors, yet every line and angle was purposeful, reflecting a philosophy that engineering precision matters more than immediate aesthetic appeal. From the outset, Volvo designed the 240 gallons to endure, with reinforced steel construction, carefully calculated crumple zones, and a focus on occupant protection that was ahead of most rivals. Under the hood, the engine options were not about setting speed records but about creating consistent, dependable power, with mechanical simplicity that made maintenance straightforward and longevity achievable. The interior reinforced this ethos, emphasizing functionality and ergonomics over luxury, yet it became unexpectedly comfortable and user-friendly, appealing to drivers who valued practicality. One striking feature of the 240 gallons was its modular design, which allowed components to be repaired or replaced with relative ease, extending the car's lifespan beyond what many competitors could claim. Beyond engineering, the car carried a cultural weight. Families, professionals, and enthusiasts alike recognized it as a safe, sensible choice. And over time, the 240 gallons cultivated a reputation for indestructibility that would fuel devotion from a passionate fan base. The economics of ownership also contributed to its appeal, as insurance costs, fuel efficiency, and resale value made it a smart, low-risk investment. Enthusiasts began sharing stories of 240 GLs with hundreds of thousands of miles still running smoothly, creating a narrative of durability that transcended typical automotive marketing. Yet the 240 gallons was more than metal and engineering. It became a symbol of a philosophy, showing that cars could be more than just style statements or performance toys, and that reliability and safety could inspire loyalty and affection. This reputation was reinforced by Volvo's commitment to testing, with rigorous safety trials and real-world durability experiments that few competitors matched. As production continued, incremental improvements kept the model relevant, but without straying from its core principles, balancing modernity with the proven features that had earned its reputation. The 240 GL's impact on the automotive industry cannot be overstated, as it forced other manufacturers to reconsider safety and longevity as selling points, contributing to broader cultural expectations around vehicle durability. Yet despite accolades, awards, and consumer approval, the car never lost its unpretentious demeanor, maintaining a visual identity that remained distinctly brick-like. For some, this conservatism was a flaw, yet for many, it was the very quality that reinforced the car's reliability ethos. The question became less about aesthetics and more about trust. Would this car be there when you needed it most, 20 years from now? With its combination of engineering discipline, safety innovation, and practical design, the Volvo 240 gallons 1988 answered that question with remarkable consistency, setting a benchmark that few other vehicles could approach. The stage was set for deeper examination of what specific choices in design, mechanics, and philosophy enabled this car to achieve its legendary status and endure beyond the fleeting trends of the late 1980s automotive market. The heart of the Volvo 240 gallons 1988's legend lies in the deliberate engineering decisions that set it apart from its contemporaries. Every mechanical system was designed for longevity, from the robust inline-four engines to the overbuilt transmissions that could endure high mileage with minimal maintenance. Volvo prioritized reliability through simplicity, avoiding overly complex electronics that were common in other manufacturers' designs, which often led to early failures and costly repairs. The suspension system was tuned for durability rather than sporty handling, using reinforced components that allowed the car to maintain stability and comfort even after decades of use. Braking and safety systems were similarly forward-thinking, with features like 3-point seatbelts, energy-absorbing steering columns, and crumple zones integrated to protect occupants in a variety of scenarios. Long before these became industry standards, the drivetrain layout contributed to predictable handling and ease of repair, making the 240 gallons not only safe but also practical for daily use and long-term ownership. Attention to detail extended to the body structure, where rust-resistant coatings and modular panels allowed for repairs without compromising structural integrity, a factor that contributed to the vehicle's remarkable longevity. Consumer trust grew as owners reported tens or even hundreds of thousands of miles without major mechanical failures, solidifying the reputation that the 240 gallons could be relied on in virtually any environment. Maintenance routines were straightforward, with widely available parts and a network of service knowledge that enabled owners to keep the cars running far longer than most other vehicles from the same era. Volvo's approach combined methodical testing with conservative design choices, resulting in a car that could tolerate abuse, neglect, and extreme conditions while still performing predictably. The brand's safety philosophy extended beyond engineering to include educational campaigns and owner manuals designed to maximize responsible use, reflecting a holistic approach rarely seen in the industry. Despite its utilitarian image, the 240 gallons offered a driving experience that was steady, comfortable, and reassuring, reinforcing the notion that a car could be enjoyable without requiring cutting-edge technology or excessive horsepower. The interior layout and ergonomics emphasized clarity and ease of operation, supporting a user-friendly interface that further enhanced reliability in everyday use. Over time, enthusiasts began to appreciate the understated design not as a weakness but as a testament to Volvo's commitment to purpose-driven engineering, a car built to function exceptionally well over decades rather than to impress at launch. This methodical balance between durability, safety, and practicality allowed the 240 gallons 1988 to occupy a unique space in automotive history, where its influence was measured less in sales hype and more in the loyalty and trust it cultivated among owners. In comparing it to rivals, it becomes clear that while other manufacturers chase trends, the 240 gallons carved a different niche, proving that deliberate simplicity combined with careful engineering could produce something both enduring and culturally iconic. The lessons embedded in its design continue to resonate today, inspiring modern vehicles that seek to blend reliability with thoughtful safety features. Examining these core attributes shows why the Volvo 240 gallons 1988 is not merely remembered as a car, but as a statement of engineering philosophy that still informs automotive thinking decades later. The legacy of the Volvo 240 gallons 1988 extends far beyond its mechanical resilience, shaping perceptions of what a dependable car could be. Collectors and enthusiasts now celebrate it not just for safety and durability, but for the consistency and integrity of its design, which allowed it to survive and thrive in ways that many contemporary cars could not. The nickname, the Brick, reflects both its blocky aesthetic and its symbolic sturdiness, a moniker that transformed from casual description into an emblem of reliability. In communities of vintage car enthusiasts, 240 GLs serve as a benchmark, demonstrating that longevity and functionality can be just as compelling as speed or style. The car's influence also shaped broader consumer expectations, encouraging other manufacturers to prioritize safety and reliability as core selling points rather than secondary considerations. Through decades of ownership, countless stories have emerged of 240 GLs traveling hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal intervention, reinforcing the mythos of the vehicle as virtually indestructible. Cultural references, media appearances, and owner communities have helped maintain its status, turning a practical, conservative car into an icon celebrated for its steadfastness and practical elegance. Restoration projects and club gatherings illustrate that the 240 gallons has become more than transportation. It is a symbol of thoughtful engineering and durable design philosophy. Even in modern comparisons, the car's performance in terms of reliability, maintainability, and safety remains a standard against which many new vehicles are measured, highlighting the enduring value of design choices made decades earlier. The 1988 model year in particular represents the culmination of incremental improvements that balanced safety, comfort, and durability while retaining simplicity, demonstrating how incremental innovation can create long-term impact. As more vintage models survive and continue to serve reliably, they inspire both nostalgic appreciation and practical lessons for modern automotive design. The Volvo 240 gallons 1988 thus occupies a dual role, both as a practical car that exceeded expectations and as a cultural artifact that embodies the values of reliability, safety, and understated design excellence. This enduring relevance underscores the idea that cars can leave a lasting legacy through consistency, dependability, and the ability to earn trust across generations, proving that sometimes the most unassuming vehicles become the ones we remember most. The Volvo 240 gallons 1988 stands as a remarkable example of how thoughtful engineering and design philosophy can create a car that transcends its era. From the reinforced body and modular construction to simple, reliable engines and forward-thinking safety features, every aspect of the vehicle was designed with longevity and practicality in mind, resulting in a car that could serve multiple generations of owners with minimal compromise. Its reputation for durability earned it the nickname, the Brick, a title that captures both its boxy aesthetic and its symbolic strength, reflecting a balance between form and function rarely seen in automotive design. Over decades, it cultivated a devoted following of enthusiasts, collectors, and everyday drivers, each appreciating the 240 gallons 1988 for its consistency, reliability, and reassuring driving experience. The car's influence extended beyond its own production, shaping industry expectations for safety, longevity, and maintainability, and proving that a vehicle does not need flash or speed to achieve iconic status. Stories of cars exceeding hundreds of thousands of miles, surviving harsh climates, and remaining mechanically sound underscore the effectiveness of Volvo's design choices and the value of simplicity combined with rigorous engineering. The 240 GL's interior and ergonomics reinforced its practical appeal, offering a comfortable and functional space for drivers and passengers alike, while emphasizing clarity and ease of operation. Its legacy also resides in cultural significance, with clubs, restoration communities, and media recognition celebrating the enduring relevance of a model that many initially overlooked due to its conservative styling. The 1988 model year exemplifies a careful balance of incremental improvements, safety innovation, and mechanical robustness, demonstrating that deliberate, thoughtful design can create vehicles that outlast trends and maintain loyalty over decades. The Volvo 240 gallons 1988 is a reminder that reliability, safety, and purpose-driven engineering are qualities that resonate long after initial release, and that a vehicle's influence can extend far beyond the showroom, shaping both automotive culture and expectations for future generations.